Well, let's just go with, hopefully it doesn't pick up that there's a dog. The neighbor's dog is barking. It doesn't bark that often. It used to when it was a puppy, for a long time, whenever it was outside by itself. Now that it's full grown, it doesn't bark as much, as often, for as long, I guess. So, anyway, it is after 10 o'clock. It's June 8th, 2022. It's Wednesday. And I did go for a run after work this morning. Just a quick 5 miles, or at least I guess at it. It's probably not quite 5 miles. It might be. I don't know. I don't possess the ability to determine that. I mean, I could if I wanted to, I think, but it would require me to investigate and buy stuff. And it's like, I'm okay with not knowing. I have enough stuff, and I'm okay with how things are going as far as because I'm getting out of it what I want to get out of it, which is, the exercise and being outside and, having fun. And it's also very therapeutic and cathartic and meditative, and helps to attune my thoughts and find something or forget something. I'm not sure, but it does help. And I did today, because 2 days ago was the first test run of the new pair of shoes that I bought, which were not Saucony's. And just because they're not Saucony's does not mean that they're a bad shoe. It just means that they're not Saucony's, or Saucony's is how they're actually pronounced. But I learned it as Saucony's. And I only learned later that it's Saucony's. And I guess that's the correct way to pronounce it, but that's not the way I learned it, so. But it is Saucony's. But anyway, so 2 days ago, I tried out my new shoes that I purchased, and they are high-low. I forget the whole name, but they're just more natural shoes, biodegradable and made from more renewable resources. Corn spring, corn fiber, natural rubber, corn-based reinforcement, algae bloom, organic cotton, bioform, water-based glue, water-based ink. So, and they might need an insole, or I'm not sure, but I did go for a run with them. And 2 days prior to that, I had gone for a run, a calibrated run. I just ran a course. I chose a course and just ran it. And when I got to 44, I stopped. Or at least I made a note of it. I kept going for a little bit. But I was like, okay, well, this is where my Saucony's take me in 44. And, well, I'll do the run. When the new shoes come in, I'll do the exact same course, thereabouts, close as I care, and see what happens. Now, naturally, with me, with new shoes, and especially since I'm very aware that they're new shoes, and a different brand, and they feel different, and my feet feel different, and my contact with the ground is different, my run is different, my everything, just I can tell. So I probably was running just different, just because they were different shoes. So I did run the course, and I did find, I was surprised at how quickly I was able to forget when I wasn't thinking about it. I was able to forget that I had different shoes on. I wasn't thinking about it and constantly aware of it. I was thinking about just other things too, like I normally do. So that was nice, but I did have to be kind of conscious that my footfalls weren't being affected too much, or if I was maybe running too natural, not taking into account that the support that I'm used to was not the same. So maybe some slight adjustments were happening that I wasn't aware of. I finished the run, and I was about a good minute slower for the same course. But I figure since that it's not a significant value, since a minute can be, mood related or weather related, or am I hungry? Am I rested? So many factors. And if it was only 2 days rest versus 3 days rest, or so many factors. A minute's not anything to, it's interesting though, just interesting. And I did notice that my knee hurt a little bit, and the tendon on the back of my knee hurt a little bit, and I was like, did the run, was I using slightly because I was being a little bit more careful? Was I inadvertently or accidentally, or just because of the way the shoe is designed, adapting, and then therefore using slightly different muscle groups in different capacities, or just were they being, it was just different. So anyway, for the run today, I went back to my regular shoes, the Sauconys, and did the same run again, and took off a minute. So I got to my stopping point, full minute ahead of time, even before 4 days ago. But again, it was really nice weather. It was good temperature, good humidity, and so that's probably the greatest significant factor, is just the weather. It doesn't matter the shoe. But then I kept on going just a little bit further anyway, but did stop the watch just because. And so. And now I'm going to rest a couple days, and then I'll probably take those out again and see what I think. And I thought it was kind of cool this morning when I was at work, I got an email from Hilo letting me know that I was getting a refund for the $20 that I thought I was going to get at the time of purchase, and it didn't seem like I got it for whatever reason. I just assumed I'd done something wrong, or interfaced with the system, or maybe I was supposed to create an account and I didn't, or maybe I was supposed to, I don't know what went wrong. But anyway, somebody on my behalf asked about it, and I ended up getting that. It's like, wow, I'm impressed. I thought that was really cool. I don't know what they said, or how they said it, or who they sent it to, because I already said if it was, I wouldn't have done anything. I would have just been like, okay, this is just the experience that I got, and I'd probably just leave it. It's me. I would just chalk it up to my something, and just, but no, they took care of it, and I thought that was just really cool. That made my day, and then I saw later in the day that they had, because YouTube suggested it to me, even though it didn't ring up as a notification. It just it showed up as a suggestion, and I haven't watched it. It's very short too. It's a test video for underwater footage, and I saw the title, and I saw the still frame, and I haven't watched it. And this is the first, I think, the first time that I've not watched whatever it is they've posted. Like near right away. Sometimes I'd wait a little while, or after work, or even a little while longer, just because I need to be in the right frame of mind and zone, or be emotionally present, and attentive, or available, accountable, responsible, aware, respectful, attenuated. I don't know. But for this, and sometimes not. Sometimes, I don't know. This time, it's very short, and I saw the title, and I just don't feel, based on recent events, like the person I want to be to watch it. I'm not. It's like I'm just upset about other things that are going on, and I don't feel as composed as I would like to be. To be the person that I want to be, the person that I'm trying to be. So maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should just watch it anyway and see what happens. But that's the thing. That's why I'm here. It's like, once I can never not. It's like I'm in a. Once I see something, I cannot unsee it. Once I hear whatever I hear, I can't unhear it. I am just, all of a sudden, I am aware of it, and now it's like I can't go back. I am aware of it. Same with reading. Once I read whatever I read, I cannot go back to the time before I read it. So it's like I need to be, for myself, careful. It's like I'm very careful with what I look at and what I read, because I can get overwhelmed and make mistakes and read into things that I want to read into them, or miss things, and it's like, what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to know things? Am I supposed to get things? What am I not getting? What am I not understanding? Maybe it's not, it's not about me. It's not for me. It's nothing to do with me. It's not my business. Am I trespassing? Am I violating? Am I intruding? That sort of thing. It's like, shouldn't I just that script that I follow at all times, in all applications, and I leave everybody alone. And it's like, where does that get me? Where does that get? It's like, how would I know? I don't have any understanding or reference point for, like, well, when is something about me? When is it about my any of my business? It's like I wouldn't know. I just always default to it not being. So it's like, when something is some of my business, I'll just ignore it and be like, oh, it must be about somebody else. Well, somebody else, where is somebody else? Somebody else isn't. Maybe it is about me, because nobody else seems to be paying attention or saying anything. And it's very strange, because I'm not used to that. And then I go into the thing about, well, maybe I'm creating something from nothing. Maybe I'm making it about me. And and they are just being extremely polite and courteous, and they don't want to hurt my feelings. But I think by this point, shouldn't I know better? I don't know. Because what I carry from one day to the next is not always clear to me. I have to tell myself my own stories and recreate, like it's probably not normal for my reality. But that is the way it is for me, my experience. And so it's like a lot of it is the writing helps to reinforce it, to help make it real. So I can carry that forward into the next iteration. Because that's part of the thing that is scary, is losing one's grasp on what is real, which a lot of times I'm just okay with. It's like, okay, whatever, I'll just go with it, accept reality as it presents itself on a daily basis, and just be like, is this normal? I guess so. Sometimes that just feels off. But I do have some constants in my life, or relative constants, I suppose. I'm trying to think of if any of them are absolute. I guess even the absolute values change. So, anyway, my main thought was that I feel like I should watch it just because maybe I'm expected to or wanted to, and also my response. I tend to respond, and maybe they're waiting. But I need to sleep. And I don't think there's a time limit. So I think it's better for me to approach with the candor and tact and grace and determination. Now, I'm probably just making too big of a deal of it. That's probably the thing. But these are things that other people tell me. So it's like, I don't know if it's just me accepting them telling me things. That I just must assume that they know what they're talking about, since, yeah, and I get to this whole doubting myself thing. Because that's just how it's always been for me. Deferring to others. Because I don't trust my own reality, so I just assume that other people's reality is more solid state. Whereas I'm just liquid. Non-Newtonian at the best of times. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm still here. So, I guess I should go. Get something to eat. And lie down and see what tomorrow brings.